Well, what I want to ask you guys is this. Do you think Dana was right to say what he said about Francis Ngannou, that he does not want him to fight or face any tough opposition? Um, he wants to get paid more money to fight less difficult, less challenging opponents. Do you think that was right for him to say that? My personal opinion, no, it's not. Why? Because he wants to fight boxers. He wants to go against tough challenges. He wants to go against a guy named Tyson Fury. I'm sure all of you guys know him. The boxing world knows him. The most popular name in boxing by far, outside of Canelo. But he wants to box Tyson Fury. I promise you, Dana. I promise you, Dana. You put any of your heavyweights in a boxing ring, and that's even including the new John Jones in a boxing ring with Tyson Fury, and none of them are lasting around. None of them. Possibly Francis Ngannou, only because of how big he is and what kind of a crazy power he has. But still, Tyson Fury is by far the toughest. I'm talking toughest outside of MMA fight for Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is not trying to go down that route of saying like, oh well, I want to fight less opponents. No, why? Because he's fought the best of the best in the heavyweight division. He's fought in everybody. Everybody. I'm talking about Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, Stipe Miocic twice, Alistair Overeem. He's fought in Hall of Famers. So the guy's never backed down from a challenge. He went against Cyril Gane on 2 bad knees. Bad knees, and was able to get the victory over there. Trust me, Francis Ngannou is not 100% not trying to do that. I get why Dana White said it. He is a promoter. He is trying to make sure that whatever promotion Francis Ngannou goes to, they see that Francis Ngannou is just trying, like he's just trying to diminish his credit. That's all it is. And it's not smart, because at the end of the day, Francis Ngannou could come back and face tough opposition there too. Just because they're not in the UFC doesn't mean they're not tough opposition. You know, you got Ryan Bader, you got Fedor. Yeah, sure. Did they lose to some UFC fighters out there? Yes, they did. But then some of those UFC fighters lost to some other Bellator fighters or some one fighters or whatever may have you. I get that. It's 100%, but you didn't need to say things like that, because at the end of the day, that's still your product too. He could come back to the UFC and he could do business with you guys. You know, it's not a good business move. It's not a good business decision. You know, you never hear the owner of the NFL saying bad things about Tom Brady, saying bad things about, you know, when Peyton Manning was around, saying bad things about Mahomes. It's just not him. That's just not good business. You know, if they want to go do other things, hey, you know what? Best of luck to you. Hopefully everything works out for you. It doesn't, unfortunately, we couldn't come to a deal, but, you know, God be with you and I hope everything goes well. That's basically your decision. You have your right. You're entitled to that. But to diminish that and to be able to say, well, I think he wants to do this and this and this, when you know that's not the true, the facts. But I get why you said it. You're a promoter and you want to big up your promotion. You have that right. But at the end of the day, it's just not smart business to actually diminish what could potentially be him coming back and you doing business with him. It just makes things more awkward. It makes things more tough, and it looks very childish on your end. It looks very, very childish to be that kind of business. It just shows almost like your true colors, even though more of his true colors have been coming out, and we've been seeing a little bit more of Dana White. And besides, Dana White always had that history of taking things very personal. It really looks like he's that type of person that does take things very personal, from what reporters say, from what other fighters say, from what everything. It's a personal thing, a personal business, but still at the end of the day, it's still business, and you should never take things personal. That's my personal opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dana White was right to say what he said? Do you think Dana White had justification for saying what he said? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.